has been beat out of you.
Yeah. Them easy for dead out. Where they posted them, I say no. Make them know east side they bout. Yeah, head shell out. Everything the blood clot. Calico let out. Now left out none. Big up the prodigy. East side the one side, no additive. No mix a 3, no 4, no 5, no 6 with dynamics. A try no flip. When them guys do with them, set them time. I quick them neck in with direction. I say we style like.
Chris.
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
Amazing honor don't lack no soldiers. For the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers.
Saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ and they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from YAHANNA. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí con la Comandante General YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General YAHANNA did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge.
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Imagine honor don't lack no soldiers. For the spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ and they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from YAHANNA. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí con la Lord Commander General YAHANNA I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General YAHANNA did. This is what he did. With all respect.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Father, we there. Again, this is, I believe, the 6th day of the Feast of Dedication.
That's right.
Right. Coming up into Esau's holiday seasons. Again, we're on TikTok. If you got any questions on TikTok, you can type them in. Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Baruch Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Thumb Hashem Yahshai to all the sisters. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. This is I.S.U.P.K Toronto Wednesday night law class. This class is entitled "The Father We Fear." Right, we're gonna be going in. We got a good topic that we're going in today. It's the Father we fear, especially coming up into the holiday season. Right, in the holiday season, they most parents tell their children, especially Black, Hispanics, and Native American parents, they buy into this. You got to be a good. Tell their child that they got to be a good child throughout the year, because some Caucasian is going to come and give them some gifts, right? Newsflash, no Caucasian is giving them gifts. Caucasians only gift each other, right? What am I talking about? The tribe of Gad is on the reservations all throughout Canada. The government of Canada is not gifting them $5.3 billion for clean water, right? The government of Canada is gifting $5.3 billion to the Philippines, and has gifted about $8 billion to Ukraine, right, in their war efforts against their cousins, Russia, right? So again, parents lie to their children all the time because they don't fear the Father. They want their children to believe in false idols because they don't fear the Father. In this class, in the I.S.U.P.K, in our household, we fear the Father. Father, we fear, right? That's actually part of our mantra, right? We say, who do you fear? And we say, the Father we fear, right? Because you should fear the Father, meaning you should fear the God of the Bible, the God of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? That's who you should fear. In this world today, no one fears the Father. You see everyone, when Pride Parade hits in the city, everyone is downtown enjoying their lust, and no one's fearing the Father. It wasn't until the Father sent COVID that everybody started sort of fearing, right? And COVID's damn near not ultimately all but gone, but you just don't hear about it anymore, right? And now everyone's acting like, listen, there's nothing to fear again, right? There's a movie that I think it's Netflix put out called Leave the World Behind. In the I.S.U.P.K, we've left the world behind when we came in here. We put on all black and started living, right? We left the world behind. So we're going to get into our topic. I got a topic, right? This is a article from last year around this Christmas season. Christmas tree fires. Know the risk and how to celebrate safely. Well, listen, if it's such a joyous holiday, why would you have to celebrate it safely? Right? What are the dangers of celebrating this holiday, and how do you celebrate it safely? Is there a way to celebrate it safely? Right? What you're going to find out is there is no way to celebrate it safely, because Christmas goes against the God of the Bible. Christmas is an idol, right? And it goes against the God of the Bible. There's no way to celebrate Christmas safely, right? And why I'm bringing this up, because Christmas trees go up in flames every year. Slovakia, except who am I rocking out with? Got I.S.U.P.K Montreal in the building. Christmas trees go up in flames every year, right? Hey, Shalom, Maria. YAHANNA.
I'm not gonna stay long, just wanted to give you a shout out, what you're doing.
Yeah, no sweat. That's too wild. Let's get it. Right, I'm just going in on Christmas trees and how Christmas has nothing to do with the Most High. Right, tonight's class is entitled "The Father We Fear," and I'm bringing this up because I'm reading an article. It says Christmas tree fires. Know the risk and how to celebrate safely. Right, and for people in the world, they might not understand this. Right, there is no way to celebrate Christmas safely because it goes against the God of the Bible. You're going to find instructions on how not to celebrate Christmas in the Bible, right? Christmas is an idol. You can go to Jeremiah 10 and it's talking about Christmas trees, right? We don't worship idols. What you should do is not celebrate Christmas and fear the Father, right? The fear of the Father, meaning the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is fearing the Father is the beginning of wisdom, right? You want to have a safe holiday season, right? You want to be safe during the winter. Well, don't put no stinking Christmas tree and light it up. Now think about it. This has to be the Salakia, for lack of better words. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, right? Let's take a dead tree that's perfect for kindle fire, right? And put electricity all through it and get those light bulbs hot. And then fall asleep with these light bulbs on the Christmas tree in your house. What you're going to smell in the middle of your sleep is not chestnuts roasting on an open fire, right? It's definitely not that. You're going to smell your toes burning. You're going to smell the couch burning. All the thousands of dollars that you spent on Christmas presents for bad kids who have horrible grades, They have horrible grades. Some of these kids are failing in classes, right? And you're buying them Christmas presents, and then your house goes up in flames, right? So I wanted to read this article. This is an article from the Global News, right? As Canadians celebrate with families and friends, experts are sounding the alarm on potential hazards since fire accidents are quite common during the holiday season. Now, isn't that interesting, right? Fire hazards are quite common during the holiday season. They say it's the season of greetings, right? They say it's supposed to be a good season. It's supposed to be loving and warm. You spend it with your family. We do it for the kids. That's what they say. When you ask grown people why they're dressed up in those ugly sweaters, they're saying they do it for the kids, right? Well, what you need to do is do it for the Lord, right? Don't celebrate Christmas for the Lord, because Christmas, God hates it. He's not with these feast days. They're not his feast days, right? So I'm going to keep reading. You already know. You can jump in anytime you want. 1 second. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Right. Which is exactly found in this Bible. And no, the Bible is not written by the oppressed that put us to sleep. They stole the Bible. Understand? They stole the Bible, and when you read it,
Yeah, about to about
you understand. Right? Then I say shalom. Hey, shalom, Adiyah. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. What's going on, Barak?
Everything 12 I want to like. Yeah, are you on the TikTok studio?
I need better equipment to operate that TikTok studio. But I am on TikTok, so if you just stay on StreamYard, if you talk loud, TikTok will definitely hear you.
I'll just hop on the TikTok.
God, yeah, you can just hop on the TikTok then, bro. That's 12. Right. So again, now that's my brother. He's a Haitian, right? I see y'all putting in requests to come up, right? I might bring you up, but this is a class. If you don't have any questions, it's not worth you coming up. And if you're trying to battle, I might just go live later. I'll go live later. I'll stay on a little later, and we could talk about whatever you want to talk about, right? But right now, this is a class on saving your house from burning down, right? This is a class on saving your house from burning down. 1 second. The original Bible wasn't preserved. No way pages could be turned. No way could it be translated. Right? Some people just say anything. Rusty, you are kind of rusty when it comes to your knowledge in the Bible. You need some oil. Right? I'm not sure if you're a Caucasian or what, but you need some oil. Right? They had scrolls. That's what happened. 1 second. Let me invite Barak up. Hey, Barak.
Hear me out of one?
Okay. And hey, before we continue, I just want to give a shout out to Commanding General YAHANNA, General Kafam, and all his men that he had, Captain Akkad, and all the captains and all the officers, all the brothers, the troopers, right, who were out in New York and giving out clothing and provisions to our people. Right. I definitely want to give a shout out to the men above us for doing that. It was excellent. You could check it out on our pages. You could go on Commanding General YAHANNA's YouTube channel and watch the video, right? Well, Barak, what we're talking about is Christmas and how Christmas trees are a fire hazard, right? Yeah, Rusty. Again, you're kind of rusty, man. You are like the Tin Man. You have no knowledge. You're kind of rusty. You need some oil, right? Get some oil. Go take a nap, Go use the washroom and go to bed. That's what you need to do, right? If you were in a Benjamite household, we'll tell you go pee and lie down, because you have absolutely no knowledge of what you're talking about.
Right.
Again, Christmas is against the Most High, and we're gonna read an article about all the Christmas fires that happen and all these homes that you just watch over the next few weeks, watch over the next month. You're gonna see fires happening, and they're gonna tell you it's because the Christmas tree went on fire. And I have an article to prove exactly what we're saying, and then we're just gonna go into the precepts. Right? So I was reading this article. Salakia, where is it? 1 out of every 5 fires are caused by natural Christmas trees in and around the Christmas season. That should let you know right there what's happening, right? That should let you know exactly what is happening. The Most High is not with Christmas. He hates it. Your house is going up in fire because you thought that it was okay to celebrate another God, to celebrate something that you don't even know what you're worshiping, right? And here we worship the living God. We understand that there is a power that is a terrible power when that power is against you, right? And we're going to get into these precepts about it, right? But again, I got to read this one more time. 1 out of every 5 fires are caused by natural Christmas trees in and around the Christmas season, right? This is an article. This article is not old. Listen, I chose this article from last year for a reason. So you can see it's 2023. We're going into 2024 and nothing has changed.
Right.
Y'all still haven't learned how to not worship what the oppressor told you to worship. We got a question from Bluebird. Listen, that is a horrible name, Salaki. I wouldn't want to be called a bird as a female. As a female, being called a bird is not a good thing, right? But your question is, do y'all believe in forgiveness? Well, we forgive our brothers every day, right?
Yeah,
if your brother trespasses you, we take him to counsel and we forgive that brother. Now, if you're talking about forgiving an enemy, what have the enemies done? Because it seems like you want me to forgive Caucasians. I'm just going to ask you, Bluebird, are you asking about forgiving Caucasians? Right, Bluebird, when you're ready, you could type that question, that answer in. You're not talking about forgiving. So who are you talking about forgiving, Bluebird? Who do you want me to forgive? Who are you saying we should forgive? Right. You could type it in. I'll get back to you. But for now, I'm going to get back on with my topic. I'm trying to help you so you don't burn down your house this holiday season. Right. Again, it's. Oh, you're a traitor. 1 second. I'm going to help you out. 1 second. I'm going to help you out. You said you was in the school, but you left. I don't think you understand who you're talking to right now. Hold up. Let me help you out. Boom. Yeah, Bluebird's gone. Right. I don't talk to people who left the school. You dropped everything. You're a traitor. Get out of here.
Salaki out of one.
Come.
She couldn't ask a question during the scripture breakdown.
I'm not sure. Barack, we might get an echo because we're on TikTok and the StreamYard at the same time, but I'll try to see if that doesn't help. I could turn it down a little. All right, so it should be all right now.
I don't have an echo on my end.
Listen, the Most High is about divide. Rusty, again, you're rusty. You need some WD-40. The Most High is about divide, right? He's separated the nations. I'm just going to show you right here, right? So I got an apocrypha. You might not be able to see this.
You can't see it. I can barely see it.
Yeah, you might not be able to see this, right? But this is an apocrypha. Just because we're on a green screen, right? Maybe I could hold it right here. You can see it. Now you got to see it. For my streamer, you get to see it. This is an apocrypha. I'm going to go into, this is real quick. I'm going to do this real quick for you, right?
Because Rusty is saying people don't get to pick
Khan,
their
no sweat.
color. I think this is the misconception that people don't understand. It's not a black or white issue. Africans will get it too. East Indians will get
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
Arabs will get it. Like, stop. That just show how simple-minded people are. They think it's a black and white issue. The Caucasian man is just the worst oppressor that we ever had. But when the Mosai said that he hates Esau, it's not just Esau he hates. He hates every single nation that is not. He hates every single nation but the nation of Israel. That's it. It's not rocket science. White people always want to feel special. That's the thing. You always make it about them. Salak, the other one.
Right, no sweat. Brock, can you get 2nd Ezra 6 and 54? I'm gonna give Rusty this scripture real quick, and then we'll go right back into our topic. All right. Again, shalom to the sister Kala through water for liking the video. Hey, sis, we coming back out there sooner or later, man. Listen, I gotta see my nephew, man. I haven't seen my nephew in a minute, man. We coming back out there soon. Right, and you gotta definitely meet my daughter. I had a daughter, and over the summer you gotta meet her. So we're gonna hopefully get to have a family gathering very soon.
Right,
Brock, whenever you're ready.
Come on. This 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Hey, Rusty, the Lord made everything, right? And after these, right, Adam, who the Lord made, the Lord made Adam Lord of all, right? And after these, we came after him, right? Rusty, we don't care if you're Caucasian. Enjoy the kingdom. Listen, enjoy the kingdom. Go get a good life. Go get a Planet Fitness, a Fit for Less, a workout. Make sure you're able to lift some weights and do all that. Right? You're going to need it. Keep reading, Brock.
Karawakan. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right. So out of Adam came a people that the Lord chose. So, Rusty, if the Lord had a chosen people, what does that also mean? Rusty, you might have been on a short bus because you got a name like Rusty, man. I know when you move your arms, you hear creaking and stuff because you're kind of rusty. But again, if the Lord has a chosen people, what does that mean? That means he has a people that is not chosen. Keep reading, Barak.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Hey, Rusty said he didn't choose to be Caucasian. Rusty, I didn't choose to be a brother, but thank you, Lord. Good night. The Lord made the world for our sakes. The Lord made this world for the sakes of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's that simple, right? That's what we're reading right now. Keep reading.
Verse 56. As for the other people which also
hold up, Barak. As for the other people, Rusty, there is another people, right? So if the Lord has a chosen people, there's also a people that he didn't choose, and that's what we're going to read about right now. As for the other people, read.
2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
The Lord said that other people who also come of Adam, they're nothing. Rusty, what are you going to do about that? Are you going to say the Lord that we're creating divide? We didn't create the divide, Rusty. The Lord did. Your beef is not with us. Your beef is with the God of the Bible, not us, Rusty. Right? We just do what the God of the Bible says. Let's love each other. Right? That's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans gather together and love each other. Because, Rusty, Caucasians don't love us. Like, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Rusty. Caucasians don't love us. Y'all have, you and your forefathers, right? And maybe not you per se, but your forefathers, the race of your people have gone around the earth destroying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. In Canada, Caucasians unalive Native American children, right? They unalive them. They put them in residential schools. You might not understand this, Rusty. And I get it, Rusty. You're going to be like, well, I had nothing to do with that. Well, listen, that's the sins of your fathers, Rusty, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we had to deal with the sins of our fathers, and we were born in captivity. I didn't choose to be born in this captivity. I didn't choose to be born in Canada, right? But it is what it is. Come on, Brock.
I did not choose to be born with a traces of a pesticide in my blood after the devil poisoned my cheek in Guadalupe.
So let me break it down what my brother just said. Caucasians went into the Caribbean island, and because they wanted cheap bananas, they poisoned the land and forced brothers to work there, right? And even when they weren't forcing them to work there and they were telling them, hey, listen, we're going to give you a job, they weren't telling them that you're dealing with poison. And now the land is poisoned. And now my brothers and sisters have poison in their blood, right? Barak, keep reading.
Khan. Thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle.
So the Most High is saying the other nations are like nothing. They're like spittle. You know what spittle is? Spittle is basically like when I'm talking and a piece of spit flies out my mouth and just lands on the ground somewhere. That's what the Most High views the other nations that aren't his chosen people, right? Juan, we're talking about how it's bad to celebrate Christmas, right? We're talking about how all the fires happen during the Christmas season because the Most High, the God of the Bible, is against Christmas. And there was a man named Rusty who wants us to love his people, and he's saying we're creating a divide, but we're just showing him this divide comes from the Lord, right? Brock, you still there? I'll keep reading. And has likened the abundance of them onto a drop that falleth from a vessel, right? So again, the Lord is counting the other nations that aren't of his chosen people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, like a drop of water from a bucket. If you have a bucket of water and you're walking with it and a drop falls out that bucket, do you try to pick that bucket up, that water that dropped out on the ground? No, because you got a whole bucket of water still. Like, you're not going to worry about the little splash that splashed on the concrete. It's soaked up in the concrete now. That's how the Most High deals with the other nations. Okay, Rusty? So get some WD-40 and you won't be rusty no more, Rusty. Right? Now I just want to get back into my topic. Right? Again, this is this Wednesday night law class, and I have an article that we're reading. And this article says 1 out of every 5 fires are caused by a natural Christmas tree in and around the Christmas season. That's horrible. You're putting natural Christmas trees in your house and they're catching on fire. Because natural Christmas trees are to be burnt to keep you warm. Listen, if you're up north and you got a log cabin, you cut down that Christmas tree, just light it on fire. They keep warm throughout that winter. Good night. Listen, some of you Christian Israelites are. Someone said Yeshua HaMashiach Day, December 25th. No, you believe what the Romans told you. You don't believe in the Bible. You believe in the Romans, right? Barak, can you get Deuteronomy 32 and 29? Salakia, Deuteronomy 32 and 39.
Okay. 32 and 39?
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Rusty, Old Testament, New Testament, Apocrypha, it's all the same. It's the word of God, and the Lord doesn't change. Christ himself said salvation is for the Jews. Rusty, what you could do is show me where Christ said salvation is for another nation. Show me where it says salvation is for another nation, right? Precept, book, chapter, verse. That's it. Barak, you can read it when you got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive.
Right, hold that right there, Barak. The Most High is telling you that he unalives and he makes alive. So that's who you're supposed to fear. Again, we say the Father we fear. So we don't celebrate the things that he doesn't like. Christmas is an idol. It goes against the Most High. If you look at my background on TikTok and especially on YouTube on our stream right now, you see the menorah, right? If you're looking on YouTube, you see my table set up. I got a bunch of menorahs, right? I got some strong drink right here. 1 second. La Yashra Allah, right? I got some strong drink right here. The Lord makes unalive, and he makes alive. So what should you do? You should fear who makes alive and who makes unalive. The water for the gift, Israelite princess. The water for the gift, right? Keep reading, Barak.
Karawakan, I wound and I heal.
Read.
Karawakan. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Right. So the Most High, the God of the Bible, wounds and he heals. Shalom Yahweh Shema Alathamba Hashem Yahushai. Right. The Most High wounds and he heals. That means he's the one that's making your house go up on fire. Right. He's sending them death angels out to do their thing, and they're doing their thing. They're burning that house down. Right, you wanted to make it hot because it was cold, and the Most High said, all right, you want some heat? I'm going to turn up the heat. He turned that heat all the way up. And now that Christmas tree, which is perfect kindling wood, is perfect wood for kindling fire. It's going up. Listen, it's going up, and you see it all the time. I think not too long ago, somewhere in New York, there was a large fire during the Christmas season, right? I'm just going to keep paying attention to the news to watch for all the fires, right? Again, the Most High unalives, and he maketh alive, right? I want to read some more of this article. I'm going to read some more of this article. Other than cooking, candles are another leading cause of fire over the holidays. According to James Donaldson, a fire prevention officer at University of Toronto, right? So this listen, you got scholars telling you this, right? You got people who are in the universities, in the big universities, telling you this, that at the end of the day, fires happen during this holiday season. And why do they happen during the holiday season? They're happening because the Most High is not with this. We just read it. The Most High unalives and he makes alive. If this holiday season, this oppressor's holiday season, is supposed to be such a wonderful time, such a joyous time, why are the houses going up on fire, right? Why are the Christmas trees just lighting up while you sleep? You think they're roasting marshmallows and graham crackers and you're making s'mores in your dream, right? It's your toes and your couch that's on fire. All them Christmas presents that were under that tree are on fire, right? But why? What can you do to stop that Christmas tree from going up and stopping your house from catching on fire? What can you do? What possibly can you do, right? What do you think you could do? Well, what you should do is not celebrate Christmas. Don't put that Christmas tree in your house, right? Celebrate what the Lord told you to celebrate. And if you want to find out what the Lord told you to celebrate, you just got to go to get you a 1611 King James Bible, right? Flip through it until you find a book called Leviticus. Flip through that book until you get to chapter 23 and just read, right? Now, if you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, meaning your forefathers went through oppression at the hands of Caucasians, right? You should join the I.S.U.P.K, right? Right. You want to know why? Because Commanding General YAHANNA is here to help you, right? Over the weekend, Commanding General YAHANNA got all his soldiers. He don't lack no soldiers. Commanding General YAHANNA don't lack no soldiers, in the words of Captain Akkad, right? He don't lack no soldiers. And he sent his soldiers out into New York to go feed our brothers and sisters who are coming up from from south of the border of Texas, from the South Americas, right? The Caucasians have been destabilizing those South American countries for decades. And over 16,000 migrants have come up seeking asylum in America. And America, who decides to give, listen, you have Zelensky. Zelensky's about to ask Joe Biden for $60 billion. And if Joe Biden gives Zelensky $16 billion, you should understand that Commanding General Yahanna is the only one that loves you. We'll have $16 billion, but we take all our funds, empty out all our pockets until our pockets look like bunny ears to feed our people. All right? Let's get back into this story. I got some more of this article. Barak, could you get 2 Samuel 2 verse 6?
Oh, God.
Salakia, one moment, Barak. Take over for a second.
Okay, no sweat. I don't. You understand? And we're showing you really that, listen, if y'all are going to start celebrate Christmas, the Lord is not going to be with you, right? I remember last year, as a matter of fact, this Saturday in my city, there's, they're going to remember a brother that was unalived last year on Christmas Day, right, by correctional officers. He was wrongfully detained, and then he was unalived by correctional officers. And not just to say that, you understand, it's just to point out that when we celebrate these holidays, horrible things happen to us. Whether it's Christmas, whether it's Thanksgiving. You know, I remember even last year at Thanksgiving, Officer Zabaja was in my zone, right? The day we were celebrating, if I'm not mistaken, we were celebrating not the Feast of Dedication, but the day before we were celebrating a high holy day. Coincidentally, it was Thanksgiving in Canada. When we come back to my place, a brother was unalived. Now we need to understand there is nothing for us to celebrate. Not only that, celebrating Christmas, right, for all those so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans being proud of who they are, celebrating Christmas is indigenous erasure. Celebrating Christmas is damn near a spit in your face. Like, you're forced to celebrate the culture of your slave master. And some say, well, Christmas, it didn't originate with Caucasian people, which is not wrong. But they adopted it from who? The Babylonians, who were Ethiopians, who were our slave masters at some point. So regardless of what so-called holiday that the slave master makes you celebrate, you understand, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the birth of Christ. Christ was not even born in December. He was not even born in winter, as a matter of fact. It has nothing to do with you. It is really the worshiping of Nimrod, who was just a dirty, stinking Ethiopian. That's all it was. You understand? I'm gonna give the credit back to Officer 1000.
Hey, Thawada Barak. Did you read that precept by chance, or?
No, I didn't get to read the precept that one.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. Can you read 1 Samuel 2 and 6?
Come on. Give me 1 second. It said 1 Samuel 2 and 6, correct?
Con.
It's the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
Right. So what you're finding out is, like we've been saying, this is why you're supposed to fear the Lord, because he killeth and maketh alive. Right. It's not Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't killeth and maketh alive. Santa Claus don't exist. You be lying to your children. Why are you lying to your children and then expecting them not to lie? Don't you sound like a hypocrite? Imagine telling your daughter, don't lie to me about talking to that boy. Don't lie to me by putting on the modest clothes that I told you to wear to school, by having the skimpy, slutty clothes in your backpack. Imagine you telling your son, don't lie to me about selling dope, right? Don't lie to me about stealing money out of my wallet. And in some cases for the mothers, about stealing money out of the purse. But then lie to that boy about everything else. You lied to him about everything. You told him some Caucasian man was coming down the chimney that he didn't have. Good night. Listen, the Most High killeth and maketh alive, right? TikTok, we're just saying the words that are in the Bible. Don't flag us. We're just saying the words that are in the Bible. The Most High unaliveth and maketh alive, right? Keep reading, Barack.
Khan. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
He brings you down to the grave, right? And he could also resurrect you. He could also, after you sleep with your fathers and after you've been judged, bring you back into the earth to live out that judgment, right? So again, you have to fear the Father. If you're celebrating Christmas, if you're out there during this oppressor's holiday season, right? And listen, I'm black. I'm all nigga if you know what I mean, right? Salakia TikTok, right? But to me, the people who are in power in Canada, they are the oppressors. They oppress my brothers and sisters. Again, they're giving billions of dollars to all their friends, while my Gadite brothers and sisters, so-called Native Americans, so-called First Nation or Indigenous people, are in Northern Ontario, South Alberta, Edmonton, in BC, struggling to get drinking water, while the Prime Minister goes and gives billions of dollars away. Right, and his excuse is, well, if I give them clean drinking water and put facilities on those reservations, who are going to operate them? Listen, you got $1 billion. You can pay me. Me and Barack will go up there right now.
Yeah, right.
Go operate those. Go operate those facilities. You got $1 billion. Pay us. We'll go right now.
Salakia, if I may.
Right? Khan.
Crazy thing is that this could actually happen where he puts those facilities over there and we end up running those facilities because he doesn't know who to put in charge. There's going to be no more so-called indigenous women disappearing ever again.
Damn right, Barack. Damn right. Damn right. Listen, Caucasians have our brothers and sisters, our brothers' wives, daughters, aunties, nieces disappearing. Right? Listen, it only costed them. It would only cost them. We brought this story out not too long ago. Remember, Barack? It wouldn't cost them that much to go and dig through that Alberta landfill, right? But they wanted to act like it's a horrible thing to have someone go dig through that landfill to go find out if our sisters are in there, right? They were acting like it was going to cost way too much money. But they got billions, not millions, billions to give to Ukraine. Billions. Listen, Barack, I just read an article, right? The article said the Prime Minister is trying to give $5.3 billion to the Philippines for them to battle climate. A Filipino person in the comment section of that article said, I'm from the Philippines. None of that money is going to climate. Good night. That's to let you know. The oppressor does not like us. Khan.
If I may, not only that the Filipinos say, that money we're not getting it, but even though they're not getting it, at least you can make a statement that he's trying to give away money to them. While when it comes to our people, they don't have enough money. They don't have the funds for it.
Right. Whenever it comes to us, it's always they don't have the funds for it. But there's always a few extra billion lying around to go somewhere else. Right. This is why you have to fear the Father, because he maketh alive and he unaliveth. He brings you down to the grave and he can resurrect you. You know who understood this? Abraham. Abraham understood this when he came to Isaac. Right? Brock, is there anything else in that? That was the end of that precept.
That was it.
I'm gonna see if I can read some more of this article. right? Again, this is from the Global News. This is only 2022. I chose an article from last year on purpose, right? He estimates, we're talking about James Donaldson, right? A fire prevention officer at the University of Toronto. He estimates that approximately 200 fires involving Christmas trees and lighting occur each year over the course of the winter season across Canada. Damn. Barack, damn. 200 fires, Barack. Coincidentally, right, Barack? Listen, it's not a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. The answers is right here in what we're reading right now, right? Ooh, listen. Even Ruby understands what we're talking about right now. she wants out, bro. Ruby understands. I heard it. Tell her we're gonna come and see her just now, Barack.
Hey, no sweat.
Right.
She's
on Shamar. Listen, Ruby would get the Christmas tree out of that house. Right. Now, I'm not saying Barack is putting up no Christmas trees. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the dog is smarter than most people. Salakia. Now, my brother right here, my brother Barack, all of the host doing the most. Listen, this is a smart brother, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some stories one day. Maybe, maybe not. Barack will have me in counsel. Salakia. Good man. Again, he estimates that approximately 200 fires involving Christmas trees and lighting occur each year over the course of the winter season across Canada. Fires that are sometimes deadly. Barack, what do we say? Can you read verse 6 again?
Kawakan. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
The Lord killeth and maketh alive. Right? Hold up, Barack. Hold up. Fires that are sometimes deadly. Barack?
The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
Keep reading, Barack.
Kawakan. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
Throughout Barack, you could drop that and get me Matthew 10 verse 29. Right? What we're going through is a bunch of precepts that are going to make you understand who you should fear. Don't tell your kids to fear being bad because they're not going to get no presents during the oppressor's holiday season. Who they should fear is the Most High. That's who they should fear.
So if I may, if you're not worried about the fires, no sweat. I remember, I think it was in 2021, there was a venomous snake that came out of Christmas trees, I think somewhere in Africa.
Good night.
Listen, the Most High doesn't have to burn down your house. He'll make snakes come out the Christmas tree.
Venomous snake, that is, 'tis the season for giving. That's what they say, right? 'Tis the season for giving. That snake was giving poison. That snake says, Merry Christmas. Oh, man, that's horrible. Listen, you Christians believe snakes talk anyways, right? That's right up your alley. Y'all Christians believe snakes talk, I guess. Right? But again, a Christmas tree should not be in your house. It's an idol. It has nothing to do with the Most High. We just read, this is from the Global News. I'm going to say it. I'm going to read it one more time, right? James Donaldson estimates that approximately 200 fires involving Christmas trees and lighting occur each year over the course of the winter season across Canada. Fires that are sometimes deadly. And then Barack told you, as he read, that the Most High killeth and maketh alive, right? So again, we're supposed to fear the Father. We are supposed to fear the Father. A lot of brothers, and listen, we're just going to put this blame exactly where it's supposed to go. The Christian church has failed the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. Failed them. All the blackity black leaders that you think are listen, y'all thought Diddy was a leader. Diddy just popped off 30 M's, up to 30 M's, because of some serious allegations. Hey, Shalom, sir. Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatha. Barakatha.
Shalom, Adawan, Yabashim Shabakatha.
Right. Again, y'all thought Diddy was a good leader. Who you think is a leader is not a leader. If you want to find something to follow, isupk.com. If you want to find someone to follow, just type in I.S.U.P.K on YouTube and your city. Whatever city you live in, I.S.U.P.K and the name of that city. Right? If it doesn't pop up, maybe hit No Cowards and the name of that city. Right? But more than likely it's going to pop up. And you're going to find righteous leadership. You're going to find leadership that's not going to lead you to death. Right? A lot of the leadership has led our people to death. Right? You go to any church Canada, any church USA, right? And you're gonna see a Christmas tree in there. And when you see that Christmas tree, you should understand this is not the place to be. Right? You see a Christmas tree and you should understand that unaliving, the spirit of unaliving is in that place. Right? Barak, can you read Matthew 10 and 29? Right? Matthew 10 and 29. We're going to go into it, and it's going to, once Barak reads it, we're going to break it down, right? But it's letting you know that this is, because the Father does everything, nothing happens without the Father. Nothing happens without the Most High saying so, right? And that's what we're going to read right now. Your pastor should have told you that. Right. Barak, read. One second. Before you read, let me catch up with you. Salakia.
Salakia, do you want me to pull the scripture also on the StreamYard as well?
If you could, Barak, that would be Torah. If you could, so the StreamYard can see it. Right. And it's the water for all the likes. Tap that screen. Again, shameless plug, right? We got the Passover coming up. 1 second. Let me get my flyer real quick. We got the Passover coming up. It's going to be in Durham, North Carolina. You want to pay your Passover fee, right? It's going to be a wonderful event fighting there, right? That's not going to happen. This is going to be a glorious event. You're not going to see any ugly sweaters there. It's going to be beautiful garments, right? Hold up. Give me a moment. Yeah, you see them putting on that ugly sweater. It's like, where you get that ugly sweater from? You're just rocking out. Like, this is a good thing. Looking horrible.
So man, I don't give a damn about their sweaters. I have a glorious. Listen, shout out to Officer Hazahab and Hazahab Collection. That's all I got to say.
I seen it. Hazahab Collection, man. I got a Hazahab Collection. That's hanging up in my closet. I can't wait to wear that again. Right? Shoot, I might just wear it for the next class, right? All right, throughout the sea. Now we got the backgrounds looking to up, right? The 55th Lord's annual Passover in Durham, North Carolina. Right? 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose. And this year is Durham, North Carolina, in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, in the Feast of Weeks, and in the Feast of Tabernacles. Right? And they shall appear before the Lord empty. You can find that Deuteronomy 16 and 16. April 20th, 2024, $200 for the Passover fee per adult 18 plus. Pay your Passover fee now. Right? We got a bunch of things happening during that week. What do we got? We got the Passover celebration. This is what your $200 is covering, right? Passover celebration, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class, the all-black party. Good night. Listen, you talk about a party where no violence happened, right? A party full of family, the all-black party. Last year, the performances were off the chain with free babysitting, the lamb slaughter, the kids party, and free transportation to all UPK events and much more. Pay your Passover fees and pay your tithes. If you want to know why you should pay your tithes, go on Commanding General YAHANNA's YouTube page and look for the video of the ISUPK bringing clothes to our brothers and sisters, right? Salakia. So Barak, if you got that precept, you can rock out. All right, while I wait for Barak, I'm going to read some more of this article. While I wait for Barak, I'm going to read more of this article. Let's see what we have here. During 2020-21 winter season, at least 5 people were unalived by dry Christmas trees that caught fire in Ontario. Good night. That's my province. That's the province I live in. 5 people were unalived. That is horrible. Right? 5 people were unalived because of dry Christmas trees. And this should let you know that Christmas trees should not be in your house. It goes against the Most High and what he stands for. If you want the feast days, it's the Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Those are feast days that you should follow. Right? Those are feast days that you should observe. Salakia, let me just send on this some more on TikTok. Right? 5 people were unalived. Let's read Matthew 10 verse 29. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing? Right? What's a farthing? Right? A farthing is small currency. Right? It's small currency. That's what it is. And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. Meaning, listen, everything we get is from the Lord. The money that we're getting right now is from the Lord. So if you're getting money from the Lord, pay your tithes with it. Pay your tithes with the money that you get from the Lord. Right? There's nothing that you get that is not of the Lord. Right? Salakia, you know what? I'm going to jump up one because I like this precept too. This is Matthew 10 and 28, right? This also cuts heaven and hell for you Christians, right? And fear not them which kill the body, right? A man can unalive the body. A man can unalive your body, right? In some cases, a female can unalive your body, but are not able to kill the soul, right? Meaning, whoever is able to unalive your body cannot destroy your soul, though. That is reserved for a higher power. But rather, fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, right? Meaning, how do you destroy the body in hell? And that is a cut to you Christians who want to talk about heaven and hell, right? That is a cut to you. How do you destroy the body in hell, right? Meaning that means your body's destroyed on earth. Let's go to verse 29. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? A farthing, again, is a small currency. And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father, right? Meaning the Father is the reason we're getting this money. The Father is the reason everything happens, right? You won't even get a penny without the Lord. A bird don't fall from the sky without the Lord, right? Verse 30. Or Barak, you here with us?
Come.
You can read verse 30.
Okay, we're still in Matthew chapter 10, correct, by the way?
Khan.
Second. Matthew chapter 10, verse 30. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered.
Right. The Most High knows the hairs on your head. Why does he know the hairs on your head? Because the children of Israel are special to him. The children of Israel are so valuable to him that he knows the hairs on your head. Listen, you comb your hair, I braid my hair, right? My rib, she braids my hair. I take Yatazar's, he has a Kodash pick. Listen, you should get the Kodash, Yatazar's Kodash pick. Mama Sense, right? Visit Mama Sense and get a Yatazar Kodash pick. And I use that, I like that pick because when I pick out my hair, it doesn't pull out a lot of my hair like the other Afro-Pics do, right?
Right.
But even in that sense, when I am combing my hair out, I'm trying to get the nice fro on, right? I'm combing my hair out. Sometimes the hair comes out. The Most High knows exactly how many hairs are on my head and how many hairs are coming out in that pic, because I am valuable to him. You are valuable to the Most High if you are so-called Hispanic, so-called Negro, so-called First Nation, right? If your family went through oppression, if you are an Israelite, you are valuable to the Most High. Keep reading.
That was the end of the verse. I need to get to verse 31 out of it. Matthew chapter 10, verse 31. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows.
Right, you are valuable more than any sparrows, more than many sparrows, right? And this is why you're supposed to fear the Lord, because he sets a value to you. The Most High set a value to you, and he understands that you are more valuable. Now, if the Most High deems you valuable, what happens if he deems you invaluable? You are going to be unalived, right? And this happens every year during the holiday season. The oppressor's holiday season, some brothers, some Jake, some sisters unalived every year, because they're going against what the Most High said. The Most High wants your obedience, right? That's what is most important. The Most High wants your obedience. You have to be obedient to the Most High. Celebrating Christmas, putting a Christmas tree in your house is not being obedient to him. It's an idol. Right. And we just read it, and I'm going to read it one more time, right? I keep going back and forth into this idol. During the 2020-21 winter season, at least 5 people were unalived by dry Christmas trees that caught fire in Ontario. This is in Canada. 5 people were unalived, according to the provincial officials. In Toronto specifically, Christmas trees ignited 3 fires in 2019 and 2 in 2020. Right? The Most High is not with Christmas. He's not with these Christmas trees. Listen, you spend so much money on a Christmas tree and decorate it more than you take care of your children, damn near. Right? Your child has on some busted shoes, and he needs some shoes to go play some type of sport, or just to walk around in school. And you're not giving him the shoes, but you're going to go spend that money, his shoe money, her shoe money, on a Christmas tree, only for it to catch on fire and have the whole house smelling like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And it's not chestnuts, it's the Christmas presents, and it's the couch. It's the wallpaper. It's the curtains. Come on.
Just a reminder, if the fire don't get you, the snakes will.
Yeah, and the snakes, Barack, for water. The snakes. Some of y'all be buying them Christmas trees. Good night. Can you imagine? You bought a Christmas tree and out comes a rattlesnake. Out comes a viper. It's like, he's like, it's the season. Good night. Oh, man.
God. Imagine decorating the Christmas tree. You're gonna put all the decoration on it. What is it? What is on top again? Is it like a what they call a star, or what is it called this Christmas tree?
They might put something stupid.
Right. As soon as you put whatever stupid is in that Christmas tree, you get hit with venomous fangs from the snakes. Imagine that.
God, that is horrible. Listen, that's the Most High.
Damn right.
That is the Most High. Right. Barack, will we finish with
Okay.
You ready? You finished 31?
Okay.
Most High in Christ. Right. So again, Christmas trees go up in fire. The Most High hates Christmas. He's not with it. The Most High is not with your Christmas. I know you think that the Most High is with your Christmas, but he's not. He don't give a damn about your Christmas, and he doesn't want you to celebrate it, right? So much so he has your home going up in fire, and you're losing your children, your loved ones. A lot of you said you did Christmas for the children, Well, now the children are unfortunately unalive because you did Christmas for the children. Instead of doing something for the Most High, you did it for the children. Salakia, you did it for the children, and now they're unalived.
Right.
It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing when all you really had to do is pay your tithes to the I.S.U.P.K and get in class and learn not to celebrate Christmas. That's all you had to do. And it's not hard to not celebrate Christmas, right? It's not hard to not do it. It's real easy. You just don't do it. You just don't do it, right? Think about all the money you're going to save. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans always talk about, listen, we're poor. We don't have no money. We got to work 3-4 jobs. Well, obviously, you're not going to have no money when you're spending it all on Christmas presents. Toys that, and listen, here's the I'm gonna put you on game, right? I worked in retail for a long time, right? In my teen years, right? During the holiday season, the toys that they say are marked down aren't really marked down. They mark them up and then hit a discount. And what you find out is the same price it was in the spring. You just think you're getting a discount because the sticker says you're getting 15 or 20% off. Good night, bro. The game, that's the game. That's the game they're playing you. You're being played. You are being played. They're making merchandise out of you. Right? Let's see. What else do we got in this article, Barack? In Halifax, emergency crews were busy on Christmas Day a couple years ago responding to around 20 calls. That's to let you know. Listen, in Halifax, all throughout Canada, hey, listen, some of you might say it's a one-off. No, that's only a one-off. It was only a couple. This is every province. So far, I went through Ontario. I'm looking at Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia, right? They specifically said Toronto in the province of Ontario, right, is not a one-off. Bro, can you get Job 1 and the 21st verse? Right? Okay. You should be humble like Job. Job went through it. Job went through it, but he still was humble enough to fear the Father. Some of us, listen, especially brothers and sisters in the world, y'all act like the Lord don't exist. Now, I understand why, because the Christian church has made you think that the Lord doesn't exist. Example, the Christian church at one time preached against a certain community that has a month-long festival in June, right? This is a community that Dave Chappelle has often made fun of, right? That LGBTQ community, right? The Christian church has often preached against them. Do you know what else the Christian church said? Right? The Christian church also said, listen to what the Christian church also said. There wouldn't be no gospel music without, and we're talking about Christian gospel, not like the Psalms that David wrote, right?
Right.
Christian church said there wouldn't be no gospel music without that community that we just mentioned. The community that has the long pause, the community that has the 30-day party or 31-day party in the month of June every summer. Right? Barack, you could read, 1 second, let me catch up with you. Let me find this Job.
I have it on the screen, I don't know.
Khan, I got you, but I got to find it in my sword so I can keep up with you, right?
Khan.
Right. So, Barack, you could read Job 121 when you got it.
Khan, this is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb.
Hold that right there. Job understands how he came into the earth. Right? Job was a smart man, was humble. He understood that he came out the womb naked. Right? Just like all of us. We all came out that womb naked. Right? We exited the matrix naked and bloody. right? With our father's DNA all over us. Keep reading.
And naked shall I return thither.
And naked shall he return. Right? He understands that he was born and he's going to pass. Right? Keep reading.
The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away.
Hold up. The Lord gave and taketh away. Right? What does that mean? Barack, break that down.
Salaki out of one. Is basically the how can I put it? They're the same thing we read earlier, right? Where it says the Lord unalived and make it alive, basically. Understand? He knows that he's born because of the Lord, just like the Lord, he's gonna go back to the Lord. If if I if I broke it down the right way.
Right, no sweat. That was definitely right. Right. The Lord brought him into this earth, and the Lord will take him out. Right.
Right.
Listen, if you had a so okay, how do we say it? If you had a mother that's a sister, right? Listen, I don't care if she's a Negro. I don't care if she's Hispanic or Native American. She's often said to you as a child, when you're getting on her last nerves, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out. You see, my brother is laughing because he knows. He knows. Some fathers say it too. Some fathers blatantly tell you, listen, boy, don't let me take you out to the back and have him wonder about where you are. Right? You should understand it. This is how our Father deals with us. Our Father will take us out to the back and have us wonder where So where did that brother go? He was just here with us. You never heard them say that? They always say it. Listen, that brother was just here. He was just here in the barbershop cutting up with us. Right? He was just on the block with us. And now you and your worldly brothers are pouring out liquor on the curb for him. Because he was just here with you. Now he doesn't get to drink any strong. He doesn't get to drink any strong liquor. He doesn't get to enjoy a female, enjoy a sister, right? And I don't mean any female. I'm talking about a sister, because you can't just get with any female. You should get with a sister. If you're a brother, get with a sister. Listen, some of these brothers are finding out. Jeezy's finding out the hard way. He's finding out the hard way. That dim sum ain't dimming, man. Listen, that grass ain't greener, right? But let's get back on topic. Keep reading, Brock.
Blessed be the name of the Lord. That's the end of the verse I want. Verse 22. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
Right. So what you're finding out, like if you're not familiar with the book of Job, right? Job was a righteous brother. The Most High had a council. He had a council with who the angel Satan and his angels, right? There was a council, a major council in heaven. And the Lord was inquiring of Job. And Satan told Job that, listen, Satan told the Lord that Job is only acting this way because you have a hedge around him. Meaning you've protected him. You've given him life. You kept him nice. You haven't put him through any hardships. And the Lord said, all right, put him through some hardships, but don't unalive him. Right? So Job went through all this. He lost his family, lost his rib, lost a lot of things, right? And Job is basically, he's not charging the Lord foolishly for what's happening, because he understands, listen, I have to fear this. The Lord gave me everything and he took everything away. Job was humble, right? Job was a humble servant of the Lord. So like him. let's go back into this article. Brock, if you have anything you want to add, you could always add. Safari, what do you mean by brown people? Be more specific. Safari said, do brown people make it to heaven? Right? What do you mean brown people? Right? You make your question more specific and I'll give you the answer.
Right. Do you mean Hispanic brown or do you mean Brampton brown?
Good night. Hey, listen, they building a huge in Brampton right now. Listen, bro, I advise my brothers and sisters to stay out of Brampton for a while. Brampton is the city that Tory Lanez is from. It's about a 20-minute drive from where I am right now. Right? The rapper Tory Lanez is from this city. It's damn near a suburbs. It was built up as it was farmland. They built it up as a suburbs. A lot of Black and Hispanic people, they moved from the Toronto ghettos and moved out to Brampton in search of a good life, right? And now there's a group of Hindu people or East Indians, Salakia. They're building a large idol. Listen, this idol looks like it's 15 stories high. I would advise my brothers and sisters to come to the I.S.U.P.K. immediately.
Salakia, I want.
God.
If I may, it's damn near like they haven't learned their lesson from what happened in India during COVID. Like, what's good building an idol in Canada if in India y'all throwing all your gods in the river?
Right. Cruise Delhi. Who says we don't focus on Jesus? Who we call Yahawashi, right? You said we focus on ancestry. Our ancestry is important, right? You won't know where to go if you don't know where you're from.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Did Safari answer the question? Nope. So we'll keep it going. Right. Let's get back into this article. Again, we're in this article talking about Christmas and how Christmas is deadly. Christmas is deadly when it comes to so-called Israelites, right? And Cruise Delhi, we're not Hebrew Israelites, we're Israelites. Hebrew is a language, Israelite is our nation, right? That's like saying an English Canadian, right? It's like saying a Cantonese Chinese, right? You see how that doesn't work? Let's get back into this article. Where's my article? Listen, so far, Barack, remember, I'm giving you provinces. This is something happening across Canada, right? They said right. Ontario, Southern Ontario, which is Toronto, Nova Scotia, Halifax. Also in 2020, a fire on the evening of Christmas caused $300,000 in damage to 2 homes in Saskatoon, Riversdale neighborhood. No injuries were reported. Right? Again, you're finding out the Most High is not with this. Right? Bruh, can you get Proverbs 29:2?
Karawakan.
Listen, there's supposed to be a righteous people in authority. If your house is on fire this Christmas season, blame the Christmas church, the Christian church. Blame the Christian church for telling you to celebrate Christmas. Blame the Christian church for making you believe that Christmas has something to do with it. Excuse me. Salakia. Blame the Christian church for making you believe that Christmas has something to do with Yahawashi. Right? Yahawashi is the biblical name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Again, all these fires happen. You spend so much money on that Christmas tree just to lose your apartment, just to lose your life, just to lose a loved one, because someone made you believe that it's okay to celebrate Christmas. Where am I? Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, right? When the righteous are in authority, meaning when the I.S.U.P.K is in authority, when Christ sets up the earth and his power structure, right? The people rejoice. Everyone's going to be happy. Why? Because in Christ's kingdom, houses won't go up in fire because of Christmas trees. Like you got to think about how simple it is to put a Christmas tree in your house and have it go up in flames. Right? You ain't thinking like who decides to put lights that get very hot on dry firewood? A Christmas tree is firewood. Throw some gas on it, throw it in the backyard, and light it up. And listen, roast. You could roast some steaks on it, Salakia. Right? You can have a whole barbecue with clean food, no pork, no shrimp, no lobster, no crab. Right? No pangolin, no bats. Good night. The whole earth went into the plagues because a certain nation did not fear the Lord. Right? And that nation, Moab, is a wash pot. Donald Trump was like China, Salakia.
Salakia, if I may, I don't want.
Come on.
To all those who think they're gonna, try and outsmart the Most High by putting a synthetic Christmas tree, listen. Go look up what happens to the synthetic Christmas trees. You think you're safe because it's not made out of dry wood? Think again.
Right. Right. Like you're not gonna be safe because you think it's made out of plastic. That thing is gonna melt all the same. Right.
Right.
Listen, you if it's not good night. This is crazy, Barack. If the tree don't catch on fire, if a venomous rattlesnake or viper doesn't come out and get you, an electrical fire happens and the drywall in your house starts to burn.
Right.
That should let you know the Most High is definitely not with this thing, man. The Most High is not with what you think Christmas is. The Most High wants you to celebrate the Passover that's coming up. Right now we're in the Feast of Dedication. I believe it's the 6th or 7th day of dedication. Right? It might be the 6th day. We started last Thursday, right? And it goes for 8 days. Right? So I believe it's gonna happen until Friday. Again, there's no closing. We just keep the candles lit. We just light the menorah, right? And we gather with our family and we remember what it's like when the so-called Grecians, the Caucasians, wanted us to eat pork. And 7 brothers were unalive. And Mattathias led his family into the mountains. And brothers and sisters went into the secret places of the wilderness and were unalived on the Sabbath because they didn't want to fight. Because they were like today's Christian church. Today's Christian church has made Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans docile.
Right.
When it comes to Caucasian Christianity and the Christianity that you see in the Negro community is 2 different things. The Caucasian Christianity makes George Bush go drop bombs everywhere. Caucasian Christianity makes Caucasians go to war and subdue the earth. Right? The Negroes' Christianity makes us hug a devil who unalived a brother in his own house. Right? Amber Geiger, the brothers and sisters were hugging her and stroking her hair like a doll. That's Negro Christianity. Right? What else do we got? Barack, do you...
Caucasian Christianity will have us hung from trees and be gator bait. Black, Latino, and Native American Christianity will have us forgive and forget that we were hung from trees because of Caucasian Christianity.
Right. That's definitely heavy, Barack. Right. That Christianity makes us forget we're at war. It makes us forget that we're still in slavery. Y'all think because they let you get a job and let you drive a Benz that you're not in slavery. I'm not understanding that our oppressor is a cunning man. Very cunning. All right? Salakia. Barak, you can finish that verse.
Where did you stop at? Salakia?
You could start again from the top. Proverbs 29 and 2.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Read it one more time. You cut out. I'm not sure if that was me or you.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Your Christmas tree lights on fire in your house, and your house burns down, and sometimes it's deadly. Read that last part again.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. This whole article we've been reading about families who have been mourning. They're either mourning the loss of a loved one, or they're mourning the loss of a family home. Like it could be a family home that's been in the home. It's been in the family for generations. All the memories, all the salakia, all the family heirlooms, right? Just melted because of the fire, because of some Christmas tree, because some politician, some pastor, some family member told you we're going to celebrate Christmas, right? In the I.S.U.P.K, we're raising our family, we're raising back up the 12 tribes, and we don't celebrate Christmas. We don't have a Christmas tree in our school, right? And they're not in our homes, right? What we do have is menorahs, though. We got some menorahs in our homes. Listen, I got this one right here, this little show menorah, right? I like this one. Salakia, if you can see it. Good night. You might not be able to. But listen, we got some good menorahs. That's what we have in our home, not Christmas trees. We put candles in them, and they do not burn down our house.
Right.
So, where are we? Barak, was that the end of the verse? Right, that was definitely the end of the verse. Let's get back into this article. Where are we? Besides Christmas trees, there is an increased use of space heaters, candles, electrical cords, lighting for trees, and other ornamental decor during the holiday season. Right, so you put all those things in your house during the holiday season, right? Let's see. The resembling. Did you keep the law before you realized you were an Israelite? Nah. Listen, I was a horrible person. More than likely, just like you are. That name is not a name given to you from Commanding General YAHANNA, so it's more than likely you are a horrible person, right? It's more than likely you are celebrating Christmas, eating pork, and doing all that stuff. Everything the Most High hates. It wasn't until I found this truth that I realized I need to change. There's a way for me to change. Nothing worked. The Christian church definitely did not work, did not fix me. The Christian church made me not believe in God, if you want to understand what was really going on, right? All the hypocrisy, all the evil acts that are happening in the Christmas church. You go in the Christian church. You go in that Christian church, and you see the most effeminate brother leading the choir, and you're like, where is this? Good night. Again, let's give Commanding General YAHANNA a hand for holding down this truth for so long, raising up brothers and having them change. It wasn't no pastor that did that. Commanding General Yahanna is single-handedly, with the help of his generals, his captains and his officers and the troopers, are bringing down the gun crimes, bringing down the rate of gun crimes one brother at a time, bringing down the rate of drug dealing one brother at a time, fixing homes one brother and sister at a time, keeping the Black, Hispanic, and Native American family together. That's what Commanding General Yahanna is doing. No Christian church did that. So you want to know if I ever told a lie? Listen, I was a filthy, disgusting person before I came here. Salakia. Barak, let's keep going. We're reading this article. We're reading this article. Besides Christmas trees, there is an increased use of space heaters, candles, electrical cords, lighting for trees, and other commercial ornamental decor during the holiday season. All of these factors play into the higher prevalence of fires, said the Toronto Fire Services Public Information Office. Right? Barak, can you get us Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28? Right. Again, you wonder why the Most High does not, or Salaki, I'm going to say it like this. You wonder why terrible things happen to you during the holiday season, this oppressor's holiday season? We're going to explain it to you right here. Right. I'm definitely, we're probably going to clip this class a little early tonight. Right? We're going to clip this class a little early tonight. But you wonder why the horrible things are happening to you during the holiday season, right? This oppressor season, the time where he says it's all joy and you put on an ugly sweater and you go do things that you have no knowledge of. Listen, half of y'all are celebrating Christmas and don't even understand the origins of it. Right? You could check our classes over the last couple of days. You could check all throughout our YouTube channel, right? Just go back 12 months from now in our YouTube videos, and you're going to see breakdown on breakdown on breakdown of this season, right? We do it every year so brothers and sisters can hear the truth and understand the truth and understand that this holiday season that the oppressor celebrates, that he wants you to celebrate, is going to lead to your unaliving. It's going to lead to destruction. Right. 1 second, Barak. Let me get with you real quick. Barak, you can read it when you got it.
There's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Read. Wait, read that one more time, Barak. Read that one more time.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right. I'm going to read something from the article. All these factors play into the higher prevalence of fires. Right. Barak just read to you and said there are spirits created for vengeance. Right. Meaning the Most High doesn't like Christmas. Amos 5 and 21 says he hates your feast days. The feast days of the oppressor he hates. He gave us feast days, right? Listen, we're in the Feast of Dedication where we remember what happened to our brothers and sisters when we rededicated the temple after the oppressor stole everything. All right, Barak, read that one more time.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
There are spirits created for vengeance, right? The Most High hates Christmas. He dislikes it. Salakia, TikTok. The Most High dislikes strongly dislikes, right? Christmas. He wants nothing to do with it. The Most High. You think the Most High is smelling the chestnuts roasting on the fire? Nah. But you are smelling your couch burn. You are definitely smelling the wallpaper and the drywall burn up in your house because you wanted to put a Christmas tree. You wanted a space heater. Some electrical cords went up in flames and started burning the drywall. That's what you're smelling. You're jumping out your dream to the fire alarm going off, and you're trying to run downstairs to get the extinguisher and can't even make it down the stairs because the stairs is now a pit of fire. So you got to try to jump out the window, but unfortunately, you're too high up. You might have one of those apartments that have 2 floors in it, and you're on the 15th floor. And how do you get out? You don't know how to get out. Sad story, right? Brothers and sisters, you got to find something different. You got to find what the Most High wants you to do. What does the Most High want you to do? The Most High wants you to go to Durham, North Carolina for Passover. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to pay that $200 for your Passover fee and get in class, get in General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class during the Passover. He wants you at that all black party. Listen, you might see a sister, right? You might see a sister in a white corsage, and you're definitely gonna have to go to her camp leader and say, "Is that sister?" And he's gonna say, "La." You never know, man. He might say, "Listen, I might ask the generals." You just never know. Salakia. Keep reading, Barak.
Khan, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
La'ah is Hebrew for no, right? In their fury, in these vengeance, in these spirits that were created for vengeance, in their fury, they lay on sore strokes. Listen, they put a beating on you. You crying. It's December 26th, and you're crying because all the Christmas presents are burnt up, that you have nowhere to go. You're homeless. You got to go to some family house. Right? Where are we? Bro, keep reading.
Khan, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
In the time, read that one more time.
Khan, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
Right. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force, meaning they're doing what the Most High wants. They were sent to destroy. They were sent to carry out the Most High's vengeance. Vengeance is the Lord's, right? But you wanted to go against the Most High. You're going against the Most High to celebrate some day the oppressor told you to celebrate. Here's a newsflash for you, right? I'm about to give you a gem, right? This is a jewel. If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, lock this jewel in, right? You wouldn't celebrate Christmas if it wasn't for the Caucasians. If it wasn't for Caucasians forcing you to celebrate Christmas, you wouldn't celebrate it. Listen, there's diaries of brothers and sisters who were enslaved, and they basically said that during slavery, during that Christmas season, that's when the oppressor was less cruel. The oppressor is cruel all year round, but during that holiday season, he was just slightly less cruel. Right? There is a picture, Slovakia. There is a picture. I gotta find this picture. Barak, do me a favor. Take over the class for a quick second. I gotta find a picture. I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Right?
Okay. 1 second. Yes, Dan. And as a matter of fact, right, and even to say that the oppressor was just a bit less cruel during that time, you understand? Y'all just need to understand that he was just too busy getting intoxicated and spending time with his family in the house on the plantation to abuse the slaves. That's one thing. The other thing is that we were the Christmas gifts. Do you think he's gonna gift his daughter or his son like a slave with like broken arms and missing teeth? You understand? No. He's gonna make sure the gift is wrapped up, has a little, make sure the gift is properly wrapped up so they can enjoy their gifts. And that's Christmas. Like, we should never forget what Christmas always was to us. It was just another day on the plantation, and we were the gift. You understand? Again, the Most High hates all those holidays. Matter of fact, let's get Amos chapter 5, right, where he says himself, that those so-called holidays, including Christmas, are, an abomination. We're going to go to the book of Amos chapter 5. We're going to do verse 21. We just put it up on the screen, right? The Lord says, I despise your feast days. God doesn't deal with no Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatsoever, birthdays. All the feast days of men, if it's not of the Lord, he despises those feast days. What do you think, again, what do you think those Christmas trees go up in flames? Like, even then, that we told you earlier, that was in 2021. There was a boom slang, which is one of the most venomous snakes in the world. It came out the Christmas tree. Like, you think you could just play with the Most High? You think it's a game? The Most High is the Lord is not mocked. Matter of fact, it says that in I think, if I'm not mistaken, Galatians, where it says the Lord is not mocked. You can't play games with the Most High. You understand? The Most High hates those feast days, and he despises also the people celebrating those feast days. How do you know that? We're going to show it again, because everything we say, there's no personal opinion. It's not because we understand the origins of Christmas that we say what we say. It's because God said he despises those feast days. If God said not to celebrate it, then we don't celebrate. It's just like eating pork. We don't eat pork because swine is a disgusting animal. That has nothing to do with it. We don't eat pork because God said so. It's that simple. We don't sleep with Caucasian women because they kiss their dogs in the mouth. It has nothing to do with it. God said not to partake in interracial relationships, so we don't do it. It's not rocket science. We don't eat shellfish, bat, whatever. Why? It's a delicacy in Asia or in Europe. They like to eat snails. We don't do it. Why? Because God said so. Now, let me show you in Psalms where God said, not God, let me show you in Psalms where we're supposed to hate what God hates. Just like God hates and despises those feast days, we're supposed to hate and despise those feast days as well. Let's go into the book of Psalms. One second, pull up on the screen. Bear with me. This is the book of Psalms. I'm going to start at Psalms chapter 139. We're going to start at verse 20, right? This is King David speaking, right? He's saying, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Y'all celebrating Christmas like, oh, it's the birthday of the Son of God, or, we're good Christians. I believe in God. Yeah, y'all go ahead and celebrate Christmas. David say, that the way you speak against the Most High, just disrespect. Yes, let's keep going. Verse 21. King David says, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? How do you know that people who celebrate Christmas hate the Lord? Because it's against the Most High. How are you going to say you love God and you go against what he says? You understand? Why you think like they use that specific word wickedly, speak against thee wickedly. What is wicked? Wicked is the opposite of righteous. You understand? So King David is saying, basically, he's asking the Lord, should I not hate those that hate you? Should I not be against those that are against you? That's what King David is saying. Let's read it again. Psalm chapter 139, verse 21. It says, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? We're to be grieved. You understand? The Most High is saying, basically, am I not vexed? If you're Benjamin, you understand, you're vexed, right? Am I not vexed? Am I not mad against those that go against you, God? That's what King David is saying. Let's find out. Should we hate Christmas because God hates Christmas? Let's read verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. You should hate what God hates. God said he hates those feast days. He hates Christmas. You should hate it as well. It's not rocket science. It's that simple. You understand? You should hate what God hates. That's it. Right. So like, I don't know, you're back. Can't hear on the TikTok. I don't know if you're on mute. Can't hear on the StreamYard either, but I got the picture. Khan. Yeah, it's already open. I'm waiting for you to get a signal to share it to the screen. Let's wait 1 second.
All right, StreamYard, we're back. I got something that I want to show you, right? Bro, can you also share it on StreamYard, Baba Kasha?
Khan. TikTok, this is for educational purposes.
Right. This is definitely for educational purposes, right? We're showing what Christmas was like for so-called brothers and sisters who went through the horrific Holocaust of slavery, the greatest Holocaust on the earth, right? While certain people cry about 6 million of their families dying, which was a horrible thing. It was a horrible thing. No one should just be innocently unalived, right? But this is what was happening to our family. This was Christmas for us. This is when the oppressor was less cruel. You see that if Barak, you got to step off camera for a quick second, Baba Kasha. If you could just step away from your camera for a quick second on TikTok. If you see on this picture right here that's in Barak's TikTok, right? You see this is a brother and sister who are being forced to celebrate Christmas. They got Santa Claus and a bunch of what would now be known as the police, right? What would now be known as the police that patrol our neighborhoods. Barak, you're 12. Right? Barak, you could jump back whenever you want, right? But this would be known as the police. This was what was happening to brothers and sisters, right? Christmas is not for us. Christmas is not of the Lord. The Lord doesn't like this. This has nothing to do with YAHWH, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ's birthday. The oppressor was less cruel, just slightly, just a decimal less, right? Because again, they were giving gifts to their family, and we were the gifts. Throughout Barak, I appreciate you. You don't have to keep that up no more. I don't want your TikTok getting clipped.
For a second time.
Right. Listen. You should already know the politics of Black, Hispanic, and Native American social media, right? They take our stuff, they run with it, and we uplift ourselves on these social media platforms. They clip our pages, right, and force us to build again. right? If you're watching on StreamYard, we're going to keep this up on StreamYard for a while. This is what Christmas was for us, right? Barak, were we reading any precepts? So, okay, what was the last precept I had you read? Ecclesiasticus 39:28.
28, Khan.
Can you read it one more time?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Spirits created for vengeance. The Most High has these spirits. They do his bidding. Right? Keep reading. Finish that precept.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right. Again, these spirits of vengeance, they make the Most High happy because they do his bidding. The Most High hates Christmas. We just shown you what Christmas was for us. The Most High hated that you put his chosen people in slavery. You took it too far. Listen, we broke the law. We did what we did to end up in slavery, right? But y'all took it way too far. Y'all took it way too far, and the Most High doesn't like it. He's coming back for vengeance. And this is why the earth is going through wars and rumors of wars right now. Right. It's to free so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Listen, there's two people fighting over land that they say belongs to them. It doesn't belong to none of them. That land doesn't belong to none of them. And the Most High is gonna ease them out of it just now. Right? Listen, this is the Most High's revenge. He sends spirits to do his bidding. Your Christmas tree is going up on fire. That's because the Most High hates it, right? Barak, jump to Ecclesiasticus 12:6 real quick. Hold 39, the chapter 39, and jump to 12 real quick.
Okay.
When you add Ecclesiasticus 12, go to verse 6.
This book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners.
Good night, Barak. Listen, what's the Christian church say? The Christian church says the Most High hates the sin and loves the sinner. Right. Barak, what did that just say? Read it one more time.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners.
Baba Kasha, keep reading.
And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
There's that word again, vengeance unto the ungodly. Finish it out, Barak, Baba Kasha.
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Right. That's what we just read in the 39th chapter. Barak, go back to 39 now. Go back to 39 and read 29. Or you could read 28 again and then go into 29. You don't have to wait for me for 28. Just read 28 and go into 29, Babu Kasha.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Verse 39. That's all I can. Verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death.
Wait, Brock. Wait, Brock. What was that first word?
Fire.
Brock, I gotta read something else. One second. Besides Christmas trees, there is an increased use of space heaters, candles, electrical cords, lighting for trees, and other ornamental decor during the holiday season. All these factors play into the higher prevalence of fires. Good night, Barak. You can keep reading.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance.
You see, we're not lying to you. We're telling you exactly what the Most High says, what He has in store for you, because you want to celebrate Christmas, right? Again, you are supposed to fear the Father. I know y'all thinking, listen, you don't have to fear the Father. I know that's what you're thinking. You're thinking you don't have to fear the Father at all, right? We're telling you here that you should fear the Father. Not fearing the Father is a horrible thing, and it's going to lead to your unaliving, right? Thinking you could just go and celebrate Christmas is going to lead to your house being burnt down. Listen, Daniel Baker, I don't know who you are, right? I let your comment go for a while just because it's not important. You didn't say anything. I know you thought you ate, right? You didn't eat nothing, right? Listen, we live in hell. We were born in hell. Life under the thumb of the Caucasians is hell for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Damn right.
Caucasians took Native American children and put them in residential schools and put them in electric chairs and forced them to hold their urine all throughout the night. And if they got up in the middle of the night to go urinate, they would unalive them. They would beat them until they were unalived. Are you familiar with that? That was hell. Native Americans for the last 20 years on these reservations have had boil water alerts. That is hell. Caucasians put crack cocaine and heroin in our neighborhood. That was hell. There was one time we thought Martin Luther King was a leader and they unalived him. That was hell. Right? There was one time we watched all our leaders unalived, and that has been hell for us. Right? Brock, was that the end of 29?
Khan.
Right. Let me see if there's anything left in this article. Brock, if you got any precepts you want to bring out within the last little bit, you could definitely do that.
That was it.
Come on. Listen, the rest of this article is basically telling Caucasians and the people that they want to celebrate Christmas how to do it safely. I'm here to tell you there's no way to do it safely. It's impossible. You can't celebrate Christmas safely. It doesn't work like that. The Most High hates Christmas. Right? Once you understand that the Most High hates Christmas and doesn't like Christmas, dislikes Christmas, strongly dislikes Christmas, you will be a good father, right? You'll be able to protect your children. If you put a Christmas tree in your house, it's because you hate your child. You dislike your child. Or I'm not even going to say you dislike your child, right? I'm going to say it like this. You've been led astray because of Christianity. So you put a Christmas tree in your house. You think it's for your child. Listen, your child don't want nothing to do with Christmas. He just wants the toy. She just wants the toy. She just wants the money that grandma's giving her. Or the money that grandpa's giving him. He thought he wanted that ugly sweater. He doesn't want that ugly sweater. And he sure doesn't want to go knock at anybody's door and hear some Christmas carols. I advise you, listen, man. I come from a neighborhood where if you knock on their door in the wintertime singing Christmas carols, they're throwing cold water on you. They're going to tell you, hug that. Right when you're like, I don't know any Christmas songs, right? But right when you open your mouth to sing that song, they're going to throw some cold water on you in the dead of winter and tell you, hug that, get off my property.
Right.
Right. Again, the Most High doesn't like these holidays. Right. Let's see if there's anything else. Brock, get me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. This is going to be the last ones that we go into. And then I'm going to hand the class over to Barak Ya'ala for the closing announcements.
There's the book of Ecclesiastes, 12 and verse 13.
Hold up. Come on, hold up. Let me get with you, Barak. Let me get with you. I just got to flip through my sword right quick till I find it. Ecclesiastes. All right, Barack, you can read Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
What?
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Nah, take the Most High for a joke and forget about the commandments.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Wear an ugly sweater and put a Christmas tree in your house.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Listen, it's not that hard, man. This is not a grievous thing to do. Like, it's easy to keep the Most High's commandments. I know the Christian church makes you want to believe that you could sin. The pastor's telling you that it's not easy to not sin because he just wants to sleep with your wife. That's it. He wants to be able to justify it. They're telling you that so they can have all those community members in the choir making songs and abusing your children. Oh, I got you. Hippie crate. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get your answer right. You just have some patience. Give me 2 seconds. I'm definitely gonna answer your question right before you answer before we leave. Just let me finish reading these last two precepts. Fear God and keep his commandment. Barak, finish out.
For this is the whole duty of man.
Ooh, that's the whole duty of man. You got to fear God and keep his commandments. Keep reading, Barak.
Verse 14, for God shall bring every work into judgment.
For God shall bring every work into judgment. Keep reading.
With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Listen, if you don't keep the Most High's commandments, he's sending death angels to you, right? That's what's happening. He's sending death angels to you. Now, Hippie King or Hippie Crit, right? I got a precept for you that's going to answer your question. You were patient, you waited. I appreciate it, right? You could always ask any question you want. Barak, can you get me Zephaniah 2 and 12? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Hippie King asked. Yeah, we're all born knowing nothing, but then we learn something, right? I learned from Commander General YAHANNA and his soldiers that he sent, right? Hippie King said, explain King James Version over the Ethiopian. All right, well, I'm explaining to you. King James was a brother, right? He was a brother that basically wanted other brothers and sisters able to read the Bible. So we had a bunch of scholars, either 57 or 67 scholars, translate from the Hebrew and the Greek into the English so we could read it, because the Roman Catholic Church was trying to monopolize the Bible. That's the simple answer. Now, Barak is going to give you this precept. Barak, you can read.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
Barak, read that one more time.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
The Most High don't give a damn about no Ethiopians. They're Hamites. That's your answer, Hippie Crit. Listen, you sound, and I just got to play on your name. You're a hypocrite. I just got to play. Listen, you're asking for context. The context is they're not Israelites. They're going to be slain by the sword, right? Just like Caucasians, Moabites, and all the other nations that aren't Israelites. They're going to be slain for the evil they have done within the earth, right? Hey, once again, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. Give Commander General YAHANNA a hand. Give him a big hand for raising up warriors, right? Fixing the Black, Hispanic, and Native American household, right? Again, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K. About to end this TikTok. Hypocrite, you just got your answer. Ethiopians are going to be slain by the sword, right? The Most High doesn't like Ham. He loves Israel. Hey, Shalom. Hey, Barack, you got it. You could close out on StreamYard.
Okay, no sweat, I don't want. We are the I.S.U.P.K. So this is the I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Rule for your brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever among you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. Right now, we are in the feast of dedication, Hanukkah. You understand? Which started last Thursday, the 7th of December, which was the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. So it will be ending this Friday. You can read more about it in the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. The next holy convocation is Purim, which is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which lands on Thursday, 22nd of February, 2024, and Friday, 23rd of February, 2024. You can read more about it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Also, General Mahaiman will be in Toronto for the Feast of Purim. Reminder to all Akim and Aquatian to check the bulletin board in the hallway of the school that have physical location. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. So that's what give a courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. In the visual amajim, which means to stand. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers. In the visual amajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatam, which means Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless y'all. Yajamata, which means hands down. We'll give a courtesy to the sisters as well. Menavejal Amajim Salakia. Sar, which means to turn and face the sisters if you have any in your presence. Menavejal Amajim Shabbat. Amajim, Barak. Yahweh Shemar Alatan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Say Yahweh. Shemar.
Yahweh, watch over y'all in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yajamata, class dismissed. Also, quick reminder, we have the Lord's 55th annual Passover, which be in Durham, North Carolina. You understand? April 20th, 2024. You can pay your tithe, pay a Passover fee on isupk.com. With that, we'll see you next time. Shalom.
I know exactly what they